What's up? I'm back again. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this, I just got back from the gym, and whenever you get into your 30s and your hairline start receding and shit, this will help. Plus, I'm fat and I be sweating and this be catching it. So there we go. Today, man, I wanted to talk to everyone about anxiety. Something that the older I've gotten, the more I understand about it. And I also have had battles with anxiety attacks, and I kind of understand it a lot better now. So I wanted to talk. And a lot of people don't understand what anxiety even is or what it feels like. So they have this predetermined idea about it that people are just crybabies that have anxiety. I was one of those. I thought that anxiety wasn't a huge deal, and the way I saw to handle it was just stop being a baby. And essentially what anxiety is like and what it's like to have an anxiety attack, for me, I can't speak for everyone else, but for me, usually I'm a very positive person, right? If something negative happens, I'm always positive. Whenever I wake up, I try to think positive. I try to think, hey, let's go knock out this workout. Hey, you get to work today. Hey, you get all this stuff positively. When anxiety steps in, you stop being yourself. So you think, here we go. I got to get up and deal with all these motherfuckers at work. Oh, here we go. Got to do that. And that's where it starts. You start off negative, and it's going to go usually downhill from there unless something great happens, right? So that's how normally whenever I start days like that, I know what time it is. And essentially it just takes one or two things to spark it. And then what my anxiety does, it just makes me worry way too much. And there's times you should worry, and it's good that you worry because it means you care and you're a fucking human. But sometimes, man, you can't care that much. So essentially what my anxiety will do is I'll forget all of that stuff that I talked about being positive. I'll forget to do it. And then whenever I remember it, I'm like, oh shit, why did you forget it? Oh, it's because there's something wrong with you that makes you forget it. It made you forget that you're supposed to be positive. Oh my God. Then it goes another step further. Oh my God, do you have Alzheimer's? Is that what you're dealing with? Maybe dementia? Oh God. And then all of that constantly thinking inside your brain. And you start getting jittery, and then you just start freaking out. And then you start Googling shit, or you start looking on social media or videos on YouTube and TikTok, and people are telling you stuff, and your mind just automatically believes it. You know better. You know that stuff on social media is not always the truth, and you know that there are people and professionals that can tell you, but you literally see one thing, boom, that's it. And that is like a full-fledged anxiety attack, man. People don't understand it, but that's really what it is. You just worry and care so much about one thing that doesn't make any sense, and it's called the loophole of death. Not necessarily like death, but the loophole, we'll just call it that, right? The loophole of hell. There we go. And it's just constant negative thoughts. And it's not until you turn back positive that you get rid of these thoughts. And essentially that's where my anxiety is. If I'm being negative, or I constantly think negative over and over, and something has to be wrong, I'm in a spiral, downward spiral. And that's mine. And someone, if you're listening and you deal with something similar, there's some ways that you can handle that. There's ways that I do it to try to handle it. First, get the fuck off of social media. I know we're in a day that everyone loves social media. You have your Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, so on and so forth. As great as that shit is, it's poison when done too much. And what do I mean by that? Okay, let's say one of your best friends or somebody you grew up with has kids, and they post their kids. That's awesome, right? You get to see it. You get to comment and say, hey, congratulations. Hope everything's going well. And you're still connected to those people. And then you scroll down one post, and what do you see? The economy crisis, COVID-19, vaccinated or unvaccinated. Then you click on the comments, and you see other people's opinions that may be different than yours. And it upsets you. You know why? Because you worry about what they're fucking thinking. Instead of being like, oh, here's somebody else's opinion. You get invested in that. And then it upsets you. There you are. You're in it way too deep. How do you avoid that? Get the fuck off of social media. Take a break. Go outside. If you have kids, go play with your kids. Go do something. Go hiking. Go to the gym. Go, I don't know, do something, man. You should not be thinking about all the negative things in the world, because guess what? When you worry about it, Is that going to change it? Is that going to change the people in the White House? Is that going to change your favorite sports team? No. Now, am I saying don't care about all that stuff? No, because I care. And I'm not perfect and I still deal with it too. I'm just telling you how I handle it. That's one way to get over it. The second one, we have to continue to understand our circle, that should be about the only people that you care about. In a sense, not like being cruel or anything, but I shouldn't care what somebody in fucking South Carolina cares about my fit. I shouldn't be worried about people that I don't even know if they think something. Case in point, when I go to the gym, there's times where I'll have a shirt, like just a plain white shirt like this on, and sometimes I'll be thinking, man, I wonder if these motherfuckers think that I'm doing this set wrong. Oh man, I hope I don't look fat today. Oh, why am I worried about that? I'm here to get my workout in. I'm here to get away. I'm here to do what I like to do. I'm here to work out. What other people think, it is what it is. Now, if my wife comes home and she's like, hey, you fat, you need to hit the fucking gym. Okay, I care about what my wife thinks. I need to do that. Somebody that I don't know and anything like that, I can't care, and you shouldn't care enough to care about what they think of you, because they don't know, and they could be battling anxiety too. Sometimes you think that people are thinking negative about you, and you never know, because they could be saying, man, look at this guy, look at this girl, they're fit, they're in shape, look at their form, they're doing their form right. So instead of trying to think so negative, you have to stay positive. It's just, that's the way it is. Whenever you start thinking negative, that's whenever these bad thoughts creep in. And number 3, man, it's okay. It's okay to deal with stuff. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel not wanted at times. It's okay. Everyone's going to deal with it. You're never going to go through. No one's ever going to go a full day without feeling emotions. That is normal. What's not normal is, well, it's still normal, but what you shouldn't do is deal with it and think there's something wrong with you because you got too angry or too sad or something. That's when anxiety and depression will creep in, because you think there's something wrong with you for feeling that. It's okay to be mad when somebody cuts you off on the highway. It's okay to feel some type of way if you've grown apart from some of your friends. It's okay to feel that shit, man. It really is. It's just life. And that's how you have to look at it. So takeaways, I would say something that I did that my therapist helped me with. I wrote a note on my bathroom mirror, and I taped it on my mirror so I see it, and it's the first thing I see every morning, and it helps me to be positive. That's the first thing I see. I read it, and that's it. If you're religious or you're not religious, or if you're religious, wake up, start your day by saying a prayer for all of your loved ones so that you remind yourself that you have so many people that care about you. If you're not religious, just think about all the people that love you, right? Like, think about all the people that you mean something to, and think about how much they mean to you. You don't have to be some cold person. Tell your friends you love them. There's nothing wrong with it. Tell the people that you care about that you care about them. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that could hurt your anxiety too. If you're this cold person that doesn't tell people that you care about them, and they don't tell you because they think that you're going to clown on them, and you feel like you wish somebody would tell you something, they're not going to tell you something if you don't tell them. So if they mean something to you, obviously you don't have to say it every day to your friends, but occasionally, man, if one of your friends gets promoted at work, send them a text and say, hey, man, congrats. That's dope. You keep doing your thing, man. Thug thizzle. I'm sure you'll get the same thing. If you don't, think about whenever you had a baby. Think about when you did something great and how many people reached out to you and love you, okay? If you don't take anything from this, but if you take one thing from this, I'm sorry, remember that you mean something. You always will. All anxiety and depression is you thinking that you don't. And I'm here to tell you that if you didn't mean something to someone, you wouldn't have family and you wouldn't have friends, and you have both. So please just remember that you are loved and you will always be loved. If you're going through a rough patch right now, it happens. But remember, you are loved.